Hello everyone, welcome back to Peter Language Academy. That's me, Devon, your speaking coach. So today we're going to talk about some really important stuff. And I received many requests and received many questions about it. Like, people used to ask me the questions like, how can we improve the things like while we're learning or while we're practicing English? And these are the things like actually it's not easy to think like you can do it from the first time, or like you can feel the improvement from the first day. Of course, like you should stay on it. You should keep up doing. Like you should actually continuously should do this, and after some time you can see the improvement and you can see the benefit of these days. Actually, I mean, everything gets hard, so I don't want to talk about this. It's just general stuff. So for more videos, actually, if you would like to see more videos about it, so please subscribe to the channel or share it with your friends as well. Let them also know about this channel. We're gonna have a really great time together. I believe that these free lessons will help you in order to improve your English and to get the better level, to get it like for miles away, and to get another level. I'd like to learn this language. So what I was gonna talk about it. Yeah, I mean the preference of my my lessons could be for you guys like that. I speak in this vaginal language as well. So you get questions or you get something to know actually in detail. Maybe you don't understand everything clearly, like what I say in English, so you can't really feel it. That time you just can ask me the questions in Azerbaijan language. So I mean it's not a problem actually. I can speak it very well and fluent. It's my proficiency actually. So that's why I mean it can be your how to say preference to join the lessons. And I've got English lessons myself, so I've got a specific method actually teaching people speaking a spoken language. I'm saying because this time I face many people, they just really want to speak English. They know grammar well and they got some basic things, I don't know, some general stuff English, but actually they can't express themselves, or they can't really just make discussion with anybody, and so it really drags them down. So it makes really barrier, it hassles them. That's the reason actually they like to speak and like to just improve their speaking skills, because they want to use this language in their workplaces. I don't know, maybe they just go to travel so often, so that's why they need to use this language, and they need a fluency of this language. So far there are many reasons why people want to learn English. So today I'm not going to talk about these reasons, but I'm going to talk about 2 or 3 things that we can I can give you some advice or recommendations about it. Number 1 is, and I know that we're all Azerbaijani, it's a kind of different language for us, for all of us. We can't be really professional. It's not important even. Why do we need to be a professional speaker in some other language? But it's important that we should know and we should understand it, because there are many information that we can actually look up online. You can get a very just many sources in English, so we can find all type of information in English if you're really looking for something. For that reason, I think this is important. We need to learn that. At least we need to know some basic things and just make some discussions. If we need to ask some questions to get some information from someone, so we need to really make some discussion or conversation. So number 1 is we need to get a speaking level. So how do we improve actually? How could we improve the speaking? Number 1, I can say that actually it doesn't matter which way of speaking you choose. It can be American style, or I don't know, Australian, whatever, or UK, but you gotta choose one of them. I mean, it's not so important actually to choose one way, but it's important feel the way. I mean, you know what I mean? I mean you just feel, you gotta feel something that, okay, if I'm gonna speak English, I must sound like an American, or I must sound like a UK people, or it's something like a British English, or I must sound like Australian, you know. This is not everything, but it's something, okay? Because it will always push you forward to get that level, because it's something that motivates you, actually. It's something that push you forward to get a level. So maybe you just watch some, I don't know, movies. You like watching movies, you like watching like a TV shows or some talent shows and whatever, like, and you should have some icon like for you, or some person for you that actually when he or she talks and really get it, like you know, it really makes you concerned about English, you know, you just love it because you also like to sound like that person, and you just like love this language because it sounds very cool, you know, it sounds just fabulous, amazing, you know, just want to sound like the person. So there must be that kind of motivation before you start English, and so you should make it before you start English, okay, before you start studying English. This is not important, as I said before, but it's something that will keep you on target, all right? And like, for example, when I started learning English, that was really hard times. You know, I'm just talking about like 10 years ago. That time, the people were not really interested in learning that stuff. But yeah, there were a few people that I know and I knew at that time, so they just started like learning this language, but it was not that famous at that time. It was not that really needed, important. The Russian language was just on top at the time, so the people like didn't know about the future of English, and we just couldn't actually imagine. It was said like, oh, life was life goes like that, and you know, it will always like that. I mean, there won't be any changes and any major changes. You know what I'm saying? We were just like we were staying on target, and we were just like didn't understand actually what's going to happen in a few years after. But right now, like, you feel the importance of it. So we started like learning English, and that time, as I told you, was a difficult time. So really, like, I was lacking of motivation. You know, it's like scarce. It was like something was not enough. The people, like the students, my classmates, were like they were not about like to motivate any of us. You know. Like they were just trying to like demotivate actually. Hey, what are you doing? Like, what the hell? You're just trying to speak English, you know, who cares? I mean, you're not gonna use this language anyway, you're gonna work in a bank or somewhere that actually you don't need it, you know. They were just trying to demotivate. But at that time, like, I was pushed me forward, like put me on a hard and tried the hard one. So I tried out like some different courses and just went there. Like, I had some classmates as well. Actually, they were not actually those people that I really wanted to practice with, you know. And I was like improve myself and individually, you know. But they were enough with the material that which teacher already gave us, you know. But I pushed hard on it, like I used to watch some, I don't know, some TV shows at that time actually. I used to listen Eminem raps, and so I always say that Eminem was start of my English. And so when I listen to him, and so just try to sound like him, so just want to like speak like him. And one day the people will just say me that, oh wow, you're speaking like you're a rapper, are you a rapper, whatever, like just I wanted to hear that kind of words. But that was like was pushing me forward and always like kept me on target and stuff. And I just like did it, tried a lot, you know. So got it. Like, I don't want to talk about it. It's like just really a big story. But what I want to tell you is that first you gotta have someone or something that motivates you, like sound like the person, or like you just want to maybe look like that person. Or maybe you would like to move to America or somewhere else in the world, so you just want to speak or want to sound like a native. So one day when you move there, and so you will sound like a native. So you know that one also could be a reason for you actually, like, to improve your English and stuff. Yeah, the second one is like how to ignore thinking in other language when you're talking in English. So that's one of really important, I think, and it could be one of the difficult barrier for people who practice English. I could say that it's a bit like it needs a practice, and it needs a special practice actually. I mean, it's impossible to make that happen without doing any practice and special practice, which was actually assigned, like already assigned to ignore this kind of problems, like while you're talking English and you don't think another language. And I've got other students, like actually when you come for the first time, like my course, and say like, got this problem, so try it a lot, you know, but it really doesn't work out, so there's no success. I mean, it was not successful. So I actually tried like a lot, maybe or for one time, and I just like, it was kind of, I didn't think another language, but after I always try like make sentences in another language in my brain, so I just translate them into English, and so it takes really some time like to make them. I understand all of them because I also started like that. You know, it was like kind of the common situation. It's not any like you're not a unique person, I could say, and you don't have a healthy problem or a psychological problem. No, it's quite normal. But there's a way how do we ignore it actually. You know, there's always a way. So in my classes, I've got a special way. It's a picture, like it's a picture of metal. Like it's just kind of call it. It's like kind of, you gotta feel like you must imagine everything in front of your eyes first, and you should practice it first. You gotta get that first. It doesn't matter what question the people will ask you. Like they can ask about your, I don't know, very simple. They can ask your name, right? And yeah, it's a bit like really hard to imagine like this question and the answer of this question, because they're simple and everyone knows his or her name. So like, what's your name? So my name's Stefan, for example, and just right away you answer this question. But there might be the other type of questions like really take some time, and maybe you know answer in Azerbaijani language, but you really don't have an idea how to start off like answering this question, because you don't know like maybe the sentence structure like really hassles you, and so it takes some time to make, oh, how do I start, like which word I gotta start, like where do I start. But in Azerbaijani language you should have some idea actually. So that type of questions like will really make it difficult or obstacle, then you must practice the imagination. Like your imagination must be on top in order to remove or in order to ignore this problem, you know, thinking in other language. So imagine that I'm going to ask you the question like, can you please talk about your student time, or which university you graduated, or what was your profession to university, what was your special field and stuff. Yeah, I ask this type of question that like takes a little like more answer actually. You just need to think and give me something enough answer. Like this is not only one question, just like your name or your age, right? So at that time, first of all, you should make sure that you understood the question, but in English, not in Azerbaijani language. Don't try to translate it, because if you translate it in Azerbaijani language, it means that you will have a problem when you answer the question, because English is English, you know, there is no other language. Try to understand it. There's no problem, I understand it. Maybe you don't understand actually, you just need to translate it. But you have many chances, like many chances, I could say that, to ask a question. Could you please repeat? Because I just couldn't catch the point actually, I just lost the point. I'm sorry, excuse me. Could you please repeat the question? So you should have this, you can do this, no problem, you know. Once you ask this, and then you make sure that actually you understood the questions clear, clean, so you're ready to answer the question. So first of all, when you get started, when you try and respond to questions, so first of all, you got to take a deep breath, right? This is not a rule. This is nothing about English. This is nothing about language, but it's something. It's very important. It will give you time, or it will give you some relaxation before you start. So to take a deep breath. You just don't show it like this, because it's like it looks very like strange and weird, but you just like feel it. Just like, oh wow, like, oh wow, it will give it the breath and it will give it a time actually. First of all, you gotta start, oh wow, well, so then imagine it. Imagine the question. Oh, a person asked me a question about my university. I just imagine like a picture in front of me, like, okay, a university. I don't try to think verbally, but I just think it's a picture way, visual, okay, visually. Okay, I just think the question of visual, I just make a picture in front of me and I see, okay, I mean, he asked me where did I study, which university. I know that it's located in like near the my station, the Oil Academy. Okay, all right, there's some other like small shops there around, so I don't know, some just supermarkets and like very crowded street goes to the Targovo, you know, just try to visualize everything about my university just as a building, right? First as a location, because I gotta answer the person like where is it and which university is that. Just I visualized it. I know there's a picture in front of me. So I just start. Yeah, my university is Oil Academy. I studied there, and it's like a very big university. You see, I'm looking at the person, but I just I look at the picture because there is a picture in front of my eyes. Okay. I studied there, and it's crowded street, and actually many people like always walking in up. So because there's metro, that's why there are many people all the time, even from morning until night, and even overnight you can see the many people there. So my university, is located in the city center. Like kind of you can go everywhere from there. Like it's very easy. Like there's an access to everywhere and to the Targovo, I mean downtown. And there's a way to the Boulevard area, like it takes 15 minutes. So just giving information actually. But if I was gonna think in Azerbaijani language, okay, what I'm gonna think? Ben üniversitetim demek orada ne var, burada ne var, oraya gittim, buraya gittim. You know, you just think, make a story in Azerbaijani language, and then, oh no, now I just need to, indi ben necə tərcümə edeyim, hardan başlayım? You know, that's the problem. That's the problem starts, okay? Because you just make it Azeri way of just thinking Azeri, just make some story in your brain. So then you just need to translate it into English, and it takes some time. Even sometimes you make very academic sentences like in Azerbaijani language in your brain. So it's like really impossible to translate it into English because maybe there is no expression is existing in English. Of course there is, but it's not the same meaning on stuff. So you're trying to translate the same meaning, exact the same word, you know, whatever it is there. So, I mean, it's not actually, it doesn't work like this. So, first of all, you must visualize everything and imagine. There's a picture in front of you guys. So just make sure that what you're gonna explain, you must see it. I know, it's a bit hard. Now I feel a bit easy because I've been doing and I've been teaching this method, like people, and there is other way of, like a method as well, like I can just, I can give it information about this, but just I'll give it information about in my lessons and stuff. But I know that if you try this a lot, and like if you try this like continuously, then you will get a really good result in this. So today I just try to kind of cover like very basic things in English, and I know that actually it's not really enough. So you are not satisfied, of course, because you need some more information about this. Maybe like whatever I said here, just just words, you know, wordy, you know. But I'm sure that if you're like really interested in like getting the course of me and want to know the materials and stuff, like what I teach and what I do, and it will be really interesting for you guys. And like I'm sure that you will enjoy this. And what is the main aim of my lessons? Actually, my course is like it's within a short period of time. I just give people like something. Important level, like something necessary level of spoken English that they can use this language and they can freely say that I know this language, and whenever they send a CV or whenever they go to interview, like they can easily say that yeah, I do speak English, and so I can manage my work. So this is a plus for them. So within a 3 month period of time. But of course it doesn't only depend on me, and it doesn't depend on like the materials and method, but it also depends on like people and their attitude to the work and their just way of approachment, their way of like how do they want to learn English, actually how much they love English. So that's also important stuff. But we can just can't improve this together, right? So thank you very much for watching me. So it was very nice to get a stage and to get in front of camera for you guys, but I'm sure that like you're gonna love it. So whatever you want to see, like put comments below. So let me know actually which ways and what ways you'd like to see in this channel. And I'll be to see you guys again. Love you so much.